Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Todd and Erin Morning stream on GephartDaily.com. And here it is Monday.
Easter hangover. I don't think I had enough peeps. And it was very sad because I was sick. I've caught whatever Zoe had.
Listen to her voice.
It's kind of Demi Moore-ish at this point, but give me like another hour or so and I'll sound like I've got like a 3-cigarette pack a day habit, pretty much.
Speaking
but no,
of
that's
that-
the trouble because children are like this seething petri dish of death. And so Zoe has caught whatever grimy things have been in kindergarten, and then she comes home and she wipes them all over my face. And even when she's sick, she'll still continue to wipe them all over your face. And then, of course, you get
Ew.
whatever they have. I think every parent of an elementary school child knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I made those really awesome Tunnel of Love cakes, and I sent you guys down with them, and I said, bring me back some cake. And you were so nice. Thank you.
I brought back cake.
And you brought back dinner.
What is it about 6-year-olds? She actually was like, Dad, 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 Dad. And I'm like, okay, hang on just a sec. Okay, what? She takes her hands on the side of my cheeks like this, directly this far away from, and just coughs. And my mouth was open. That's why I don't like kids today. Because I think I'm going to get that. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
Probably.
How many days you mentioned smoking? How many days?
I am so proud of you. You are now in 10 days.
Yeah, I got to tell you, at
8
this
days, 9
point...
days, 10. Actually, 11th day.
There's like 3 times a day that you just go... And it's like missing a friend.
You've been amazing, though. You have been so good, and you haven't cheated. I mean, I'm really proud of you. I know it's hard. I mean, I don't, and I think anyone who thinks that, it's easy for you to quit, I don't think we understand how hard it is, because it's one of those things that's like not only physical, but it's mental and emotional, and you go through rituals, and you design things around it,
I forgot to clean before I quit smoking. So then you go into your garage, right? And then there's all these half-smoked butts on the floor. Don't judge me.
That's a joke.
Because that would have happened, okay? And it's just... But anyway, if you're out there doing this...
You can do this. You can do this.
I cough so rarely now, it's kind of fun.
And soon the coughing will be gone, and you'll be like breathe, and your lungs will come out and they'll flourish with all the little cilia.
All right,
You'll be so
so
happy.
65 today, which is nice.
All right, Fast and the Fate of the Furious. I called this one. I thought that would crack 100,000 over the weekend.
Box
and
office,
it did.
right?
And this is like the 8th one. I'm like, how much farther can you go with this franchise? But apparently at $100 million, they can go as far as they darn well want to. And Utah Jazz. Tell me this was not the most epic, dramatic thing ever.
For how long they have not done this?
This is 7 years since we've won a playoff game, and our very first playoff game against the Clippers. Joe Johnson does a buzzer shot, literally right at the buzzer.
That's why they call it that.
Well, I know, but it's 97-95. So we won.
Phew.
We're on it like Blue Bonnet. Congratulations, guys. That's amazing.
Shall we check in on the Morning Mountain Cam with Todd and Erin Daily stream? Let's just take a look, shall we? Here, scoot over.
Oh, look. Can I see? Oh, my gosh.
So you can see here
Wow,
on the mountain
technology has
situation,
improved
and then you come
dramatically.
down here, and that's the bench level where the lake
Is that
actually
the
was.
coyote that's been going around the golf course?
Oh,
and
down
eating all the
here
bunnies?
they have
That is the coyote.
They have
Yeah.
coyote fake ones that they've put up, and every time we drive by with our daughter, she goes, "Wolves! They're always there." It's because they're staked to the ground.
Don't disappoint me.
So
Don't
anyway,
disillusion her.
enjoy all of
That's
that.
lovely, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And now, also speaking of that, Easter egg hunts went on everywhere.
This was freaking epic, and if you had a chance to take a look at our list over the weekend, I hope you found one that was awesome for you. There were like stunt-based ones where they came out of helicopters, you had to dive into water.
Shot them out of cannons.
But one of the big, don't stand in front of the cannon, son.
Liberty Park, right?
Liberty Park was awesome. It was pandemonium. I mean, they had over almost 1,000 kids who showed up. And
take a look.
no,
Yes.
it's like the buzzer started, it was on.
Run!
Aren't they cute? 2,000
Run!
eggs filled with candy. 40 Costco-sized bags of candy were purchased. It's funny because our photographer Richard's like a health freak, so he goes, I don't understand what that means. I mean, I said, it's like the garbage can-sized Costco bags. He's like, oh, okay. Organizers say...
Take a look.
Aren't they sweet?
There's no pushing. This is a good
I know
crowd.
they were having a nice time.
See, everybody's mellow. Everybody's walking
Kids had their
around.
pictures taken with the Easter Bunny.
Right.
Now, it's funny. Here's the best part, though. This is the 6th year that it's taken place. It's sponsored by a Kids Place Dentistry.
Who's thinking now, huh?
Are you talking about guaranteed employment for the rest of your life? Yes.
You know, this is weird because on Halloween there's some dentists who pass out toothbrushes, but yet chocolate dentistry.
This guy's thinking this is going to put my kids through college. That's what that dentist is thinking.
I
And he's
think so.
absolutely correct.
I'm gonna sacrifice everybody else for the sake of my kids' college fund.
Oh, now come on,
Over
this is
the
a very
week,
nice thing.
over the weekend, I had a crazy idea, and we wanted to be more connected with you, and find out what you've been up to, because our lives aren't that rich.
We're shallow.
We're shallow.
Shallow.
And so what we did is we said, hey, listen, why don't you put them on Facebook? We can grab the photos off there and give you kind of an idea of what you guys were doing for Easter.
Yeah,
I think we're going to
whatever
do
else is
this
up
on a
to.
regular basis. All right, so here's some
So
of
once
the...
again, because your lives are far more rich and fulfilling than ours, let's see what you did for
Start
Easter.
off with Roger here. Look at this.
Roger, you suck.
Pork
Look at that.
loin.
Oh, Roger Heilman, I
Right.
love you so much. Look at that. It's all bacon latticed.
Next.
So it's epic. That looks delicious.
It does.
Why doesn't Robert ever have a
Oh,
soda?
here's a story. Wendy sent this.
Yeah, explain
it's
this
in
one.
Clinton. It's in Clinton, Utah, and this shows up every year with the there's natural tulips and all these things that come up, and somebody puts crosses out every Easter, and what the rumor is and the legend is that this couple, there's a small orchard there, and the couple, very busy road, the couple would go out and get the animals that had been hit, and they would bury them
gosh.
underneath the trees. And so, what a great story, though.
That is so sweet.
All right,
I mean,
next.
it's so sad, but
There's so many. I mean, we had to. Oh, this is down at Shriners, the Shriners building, and they were doing the Templar.
oh, this is the Knights Templar.
Yes,
This
yes.
is down at the Masonic Temple. Our friend. Oh yeah, this is our friend who sent this in.
I
This
wanted
is gorgeous.
to go to this.
I know, because it's so interesting. You always pass by the Mason Temple and go, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Because it looks kind of cool.
All right, more Easter. Here we go. Oh, of course, you have to have a little child, don't you?
You know, I'm really grateful for the parents that they actually used a stuffed bunny instead of the big, creepy, terrifying Easter bunny, because I've seen enough of those
Right.
pictures. This is a merciful parent right here.
And here, okay, here's the giant bunny shot for you.
And she doesn't look as scared. She's bigger, so maybe she thinks she can take him.
It's just
Oh,
a
adorable.
big dang rep. And then some people went absolutely crazy. Here's another one.
Oh, look, I like
Right?
the little Easter hat.
Boy, these guys cleaned up. She got a pillow for Easter.
Oh, and it's one of those cool sensory pillows where you can make it go up and down and you can brush it and it makes different patterns.
And then there's the food. Hot crust buns. Is that what they're called?
Hot crust buns.
Where are those?
Very, very important for
Are they
medieval.
Scottish?
I don't know, but I just know that it's a tradition. I think it did come from the Great Britain, but because Daisy does it too. But yeah, it just basically signifies the birth of Jesus. You know, the
cross.
the sacrifices of
Right,
Jesus.
that
and
makes sense.
Hot crust buns. Yeah.
All right, here's a very disturbing one, and I want you to look carefully. That is a row of Peeps, that is ketchup, and that is a half-eaten Peep. Now, I'm not sure if this is a murder scene, or they actually like dipping their Peeps in mustard. And ketchup, rather.
That is incredibly
I
troubling.
don't even understand it.
You're eating Peeps, Clint. You're eating Peeps with ketchup.
Here's a very confused chicken.
Oh, Tasha, how are you, baby? Oh, that is so funny. You know, he's going, what am I supposed to do here? I'm really...
They're colored. What do
That's
I do? Okay, and
hysterical.
finally wrapping this up. They can't have any more kids because the couch
Oh
is
my gosh,
full.
look how cute. And
All
all the little
matching.
girls have the piggy tails. Oh, they're so
Isn't that
cute.
funny?
And they're bracketed by the boys.
Now
All right, I want to
say,
know what woman has 7 children, because you are...
that's shared. That's got to be shared. They're all the same height.
No. I wouldn't put it past him. That's amazing.
All right, so once again, we're going to be asking for your pictures and your vacation videos and all this stuff so we can show them on the show.
And once again, because your life is far more rich and fulfilling.
It
than
really
ours.
is. It really is. All right, so anyway, we didn't get to use them all because we had hundreds.
Oh, man,
So
I know.
At this point, we'd like to throw the directors and everyone under the bus because they selected them at random and we had nothing to do.
We're going to create a slideshow and put it up on GephartDaily.com if you want to see your picture and some of the other pictures on how to celebrate Easter.
So if you
give us a day, your picture will be up.
if your picture wasn't shown, it's their fault.
All right, now, ordinarily, I would be mad at you for wanting to go see April the giraffe and going back to the well only to be left unsatisfied. But something has happened.
A picture.
Something glorious.
A picture, please.
The blessed event. Oh, thank the Lord. Our long national nightmare is over.
She walked around for like 4 hours with 2 legs sticking out of her backside.
I know Patrick, our news director, it was like 4:30 in the morning. He looked up and he goes, there's 2 hooves. 2 hooves sticking out of her backside.
She's walking around.
Poor little thing.
Here's
Oh,
a-
she's so beautiful.
And
Look
they're
at her.
so happy. He's a little boy.
Oh, he's so
Look,
pretty.
oh.
Really? He's letting them pose with him?
He
That's
looks
so
like
cute.
He's the size of a llama.
Oh my gosh, look at those big soulful eyes. And you know, they're just really like, thank God, because this has been going on forever.
Right?
Forever.
All right, I have an idea here. Okay, so we've invested a lot of time in April. I'm sure some psychologist somewhere can do a better job of this, but I have decided that the great thing we should do is we should do our own cam, but with people with shorter attention spans.
Okay.
So I'm going to be setting up the fruit fly cam because they live exactly 24 hours. It's a one-day commitment. You don't have to watch for 15 months.
Tell me about the visual. What is there visually that's rewarding about this?
We have like an apple.
Look, it's a bunch of black specks.
Yeah,
Now, the black specks are here. Now the black specks are dead.
You have
but
it.
they're still black specks.
Right.
What's the point?
It's like you turn it on in the morning and there's an apple and there's a... You got like 20 hours of that, 22 hours, and then it's over.
No.
And then you can move on.
No.
Then you can move on.
I'm holding out.
Death watch.
No, I'm holding out for the beehive cam. See, we want to get a beehive here at GephartDaily.com because we have
we
a long
do?
enough flight
Who said
pattern
that?
outside the studio, and so I thought we could have a beehive cam, and that way we could see everything that was going on with the bees.
Who agreed to
Patrick
this?
said I could have one.
Patrick, did you say yes?
Yes. Yeah. Thanks. It'll be nice. We can all see the bees.
Oh, we can give out EpiPens.
No, but the bees are very, very important because we're losing bees across the country. We need to do our part.
I am aware of that.
Urban bees.
Urban beekeeping.
Yeah, we're going to have the bee cam, my friends.
All right. So anyway, fruit fly cam, that's where I'm going. And if you want to, I'll set that up.
All right. I really want Daisy's opinion on this. We're going to go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily newsroom. It is brought to you by Columbus Travel. Don't forget April to have their biggest sale of the year. You can save up to hundreds off all of your summer vacations and your cruises. Just go to columbusvacations.com. Also, Executive Transportation. It is California white glove style service at Utah affordable prices. You can book your drive at executiveutah.com and All Utah Plumbing. All Utah Plumbing on call 24 hours a day for whatever disaster you have managed to accomplish this time. And believe me, Todd's done many of those. AllUtahPlumbing.com. Good morning, Daisy. What's going on?
Hello, everyone. Here's what's making news today on GephartDaily.com. A man in his 20s is in extremely critical condition after a rollover accident on I-215 early Monday morning. The UHP says the victim was driving northbound near the California Street off-ramp when he rolled his SUV around 3:30 a.m. He was ejected from the vehicle and suffered life-threatening injuries. The cause of the rollover is under investigation. Unified Police are trying to find out who fired a shot through the wall of a Midvale apartment early Sunday morning and wounded a woman lying on a sofa inside. Police say the 31-year-old victim was hit when gunfire erupted in the apartment next door. The stray bullet struck the tip of the woman's finger, requiring a trip to the hospital. 4 people were taken into custody, including 2 juveniles. And hundreds of demonstrators rallied in downtown Salt Lake City over the weekend, demanding Donald Trump release his tax returns. The crowd and speakers, including prospective 3rd District congressional candidate Kathy Allen, were taking part in a nationwide protest. They said Trump's refusal to release his returns shows he has something to hide.
Does he actually pay taxes? Or just bury dark money?
Trump needs to show his taxes like every president since Nixon.
To demand that the president release his full and complete tax returns.
No president in history has had such a complex maze of financial and business interests as Donald Trump.
If he doesn't have anything to hide, then this should be something easy for him to do.
We must make sure that the decisions made by President Trump during his term as president are for the benefit of us, the American people, and not for his benefit or for the benefit of his family and friends.
Trump was quick to discount the national protests, suggesting on Twitter the demonstrators were paid. And now a quick look at Monday's weather, where we can expect highs in the mid-60s under partly cloudy skies. That's it for now. More headlines 24/7 on GephartDaily.com.
You know, I think the hardest thing about going on a cruise, Columbus Travel, of course, it will set you up on this. The hardest part is someone getting you to the dock. and then as soon as you step into the boat, you're pretty much done for effort. I mean, they take you to the room. Your bags are delivered to your room. They give you a schedule of eating, which is 24/7, and they can take you. Matter of fact, I think they would carry you to the buffet,
Or carry the buffet to you, which is just as good.
or take you to the pool, or take you to the shore excursions. Are unbelievable.
Well, here's one of the nice things. If you upgrade with Columbus Travel, like let's say you got an ocean view room, you can upgrade to like one of 5 different things, like free Wi-Fi or free, upgraded food service or free shore excursions, kids sailing free, or of course drinking free, which would of course be my choice. So this is the nice thing. And then if you get a suite, you get all 5 of those. You can have your kids come for free. You can have all of that stuff just by going to Columbus Travel.
And where do they do that?
ColumbusVacations.com, ColumbusVacations.com.
All right, so coming up next, Delta Airlines wants to give you $10,000.
But first we're going to tell you about Tell Me Something Good, because I really needed something upbeat today.
All right.
And I think for anybody who's ever been in that position where you didn't have a lot of money or you're broke and your car breaks down and you're bawling, because it's like that final thing. I remember that, and it was something stupid like my seal on my tire or something when I was in college and I was broke, and the boot, the button, the thing, anyway. And I remember bawling, like I couldn't afford it. I didn't know what to do. Well, this guy's amazing. David McKay's former Air Force, and he saw that same kind of problems. He was a mechanic in the Air Force, and he would see people just losing it because it was that one thing. It was like
it's that one straw, the camel's back.
Exactly. And so he said, okay, I can do something about this. So he actually organized something, and he said, it's 40 car volunteers. And so volunteers will come in who have mechanics experience, or he'll teach them. They raise money for parts and labor and all those different things. And for 2 days a week, people come into David's shop.
Oh.
And he repairs everything for free.
Oh my gosh.
No questions, no worries. He says, just bring it in. I'll take care of it.
And I was reading about this. They also send some of the volunteers down to like pull apart and those kind of places, junkyards, to get the parts so you can get them cheaper.
So I love the idea that Dave has been doing this, and the car care volunteers say that they have been so excited about this that they keep getting more and more volunteers. And at this point, because you always think it's like a guy thing, over 30% of their mechanics now are women, and they're all like, I'm going to go into this. And so I love the fact, though, that he's changed that many lives.
That's very cool. And it's something so necessary because their car is based on getting to work, picking up the kids.
Yeah, it's everything.
All right,
so
so
he's
very
supposed to
good.
make sure everyone keeps running.
All right, coming up.
Yes.
Delta Airlines wants to give you $10,000. And inventors
I'm
right
fine with that.
here in Utah. We're going to find out about both those things, and that's coming up next.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And by Columbus Travel, the best travel deals on the planet. Be sure to take advantage of our April sale. columbusvacations.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephartDaily.com.
The Maker Fair, we got to go down to the fair park and actually didn't know what it was all about, but it really was about people producing things, right? Well, take a look. It's about Utah. So is this a chick magnet?
Not really.
Really? Because I can see that. I can see this women being interested, wanting to like hang out on the couch and stuff.
Mostly they just think we're nerds.
But you know what nerds are now? Nerds are the new sexy. Did you know that?
Not really.
It's true. It's true. You'll learn. Yeah, it's true. What is the base of this?
So we basically took it, and it was just like a full wheelchair, and then we stripped it down to the motor, or to the base part, and then we built it up as a couch.
I've been slimed.
I went to my grandson's first birthday, and my son and his wife made bubbles in the park, and that was the first time we were introduced to bubbles.
Were they good bubbles?
The ones I use now are better.
So you invented this here.
I refined it here in Utah, correct?
In a kitchen in Utah.
In my kitchen, yes.
I'm an engineer by trade, and so I wanted to design something that was durable, lightweight, and worked well for all of its functions that are included.
Okay,
so this is the spar tool. It has 7 functions: a blade, a shovel, a saw, a pick, a pry bar, hammer, and a bottle opener. It's It's made from spring-tempered 1075 and 4140 carbon steel and shatterproof Zytel polymer. It weighs 2 pounds, 13 ounces. It's light enough to take backpacking, camping. It's really kind of optimized to keep it in the trunk of your car in case of emergency. Put it on your four-wheeler where you can't fit a full-size shovel.
And where is it made?
It's made right here in Utah.
And where was it invented?
Right here in Utah.
Cool. I think that is so cool. What a fun time I had. And
I'm amazed at how creative everybody is.
The bubble guy right here in Utah, and he's created, and they're professional.
We actually have 2 of his big bubble nets. We have the one that's the multi-bubbles, and then the one's the gigantic bubble. The kids have always loved that.
He sells a lot of his stuff to the bubblers.
Isn't that funny?
There's bubblers out there. I had no idea.
Wait, that's like a performance thing, bubblers?
Yeah, evidently.
I did not know that. I would love to have that automotive couch.
Yeah, and those, well, first of all, the survival thing, it's really cool. I mean, it's really cool. It's like really cool. It's $150. So it's...
Yeah, but it can do everything.
It really can, so it's cool. And the kids with the couches, there's just a group of nerd boys, and I mean that in the most positive way.
And honey, nerd boys are very cool right now.
Well, that's what I told them.
You are super, super cool. We're the nerdiest state in the nation.
I told them.
They love you here.
Sit up straight. Enjoy it. Embrace the nerd. And I said, you know, you guys are going to be popular with women.
You know, the thing that always cracks me up about this United Airlines debacle and how poorly they handled it at first is that, you know, every other airline's like, this is great. And they're all thinking of what can we do that makes it look like we're taking the higher road, but we're also rubbing it in their faces.
It's so bad. It even makes Delta Airlines look good.
I like Delta.
I do too, but charge me for my bags, really? And for a blanket.
Move on.
So anyway, they just came out with a new policy, Delta Airlines, and the person at the gate is authorized to go to $800 if you want to give up your seat.
Okay.
A manager can go to $10,000.
No way.
I feel like booking flights right now.
And the fact that they
for no apparent reason.
The fact they've publicized that though is what kills me. It's like I'd be looking up, what is most likely to bum?
Well, you've been in a plane. We've been in a plane, but usually where we're going on a romantic vacation is like we're not getting off the plane. We're going someplace.
Yeah, we get plans here.
But if I was flying alone and somebody offered me 4 round-trip tickets anywhere they flew plus hotel stays.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'm taking it.
So at that point you're going, no, not yet. It's like bidding.
Wait
you're
for
like,
it.
no.
Wait
and
for
they
it.
see someone else, their hands getting ready, and then it's like Mexican standoff. I would so take that. You could do that as a profession and just have all these miles built up.
I'm sure that they have some sort of regulation, like you get one of those. But still,
I would wear a disguise.
That's freaking amazing.
I'd wear a disguise.
Yeah, because that works over really well with Homeland Security,
They
baby.
would
They
never,
love that.
ever know.
Sure.
National parks.
Well, this is Earth Month, and in honor of Earth Month, all of the national parks, the admission is free this week. Now, this is from Sunday, which we just had, to Saturday. And so you can go to any national park. All of the admissions, everything is free.
Did you know that we have the most national parks? Let's take a look at some of the pretty pictures. More national parks than the rest of the country.
I did not know that.
5. That's 5. 7 state parks, which is number 1 in the United States of America.
Red
Look
Butte,
at this,
that's
so pretty.
so pretty.
Just go through them.
Oh man, look at that. The big arch, that's so
many
pretty.
people have had their picture taken there.
Only because
so
it's
many
amazing.
people. Capitol Reef, is this a cat? They're just gorgeous.
Yeah, that's around the Moab area,
Let's
right?
go Bryce Canyon. Oh, look.
Tell me how incredible that is. I mean, seriously, that's like
Zions.
unimaginable to me.
I just love
It literally is like a magic. And the Zions, of course. Have you ever hiked up to the Emerald Pools? We should take the kids up there this year. It's gorgeous.
Can you swim?
I think so, yeah.
I would love to do that.
It was wonderful.
So national parks free. All right, and
although I would like to kill them because you'll notice that they waited till we were all right out of spring break.
Right.
It's like that would have been so helpful last week when my children were out of school and yeah.
Well, speaking of getting away, Columbus travel. Watch.
I don't care how badly your morning is starting off. By the time Larry Gilwicks, the getaway guru from Columbus Travel, helps you out, you have a goal, you have a dream for the rest of your life. And basically, it is why you would use a travel agency to save you all the time and misery. Because I don't think there's once that I haven't hung up from an airline without crying. Seriously. It's like, Todd, I hate them. They're so mean to me.
So the question is, why not the internet and why Columbus Travel?
Well, I am a big fan of the internet for travel information. And what all the studies show is that everyone goes to the internet for information, but more and more people then call their favorite travel agent. And it's for this reason. If you want to book, say, just a flight to LA, buy it on the internet. Go on the different websites and buy the airline ticket.
Right.
But if you want a vacation, if you want to tap into what's called secret airfares, the industry term is a tour operator airfare. It's really a secret airfare. The airlines won't tell you about.
Right.
If you want extra free amenities on your cruise, you are absolutely nuts. You are insane if you book it online yourself.
Because there's a lot of things you don't know about, what to ask and stuff, and if you do it wrong,
you're dealing with travel professionals who know the insides, the outsides, what offers, and you may find a great package on a cruise line or say to Hawaii and the Caribbean, but you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
What is someone else offering? Maybe it's a free upgrade. Maybe it's a 4th night free. Information is empowering the individual. So go on the internet, gather all the information, Erin, that you can, then bring it to me and let me see if I can reduce the price, reduce the stress, and add extra free amenities to your package.
Well, it's interesting. TSN Global did a study, and they were talking about what happens when you actually go to an agent versus trying to book it online yourself. And they were saying, on average, that they can save you $452 a trip in 4 hours in travel planning.
But it's more than that, Erin. How about avoiding costly mistakes? And how about stress? Your vacation should be stress-free.
Pretty much, yeah. That's
And
the
so
goal.
you're worrying, is the transfer, is the car really going to be there? Do I have the seats? Do I have the cruise line with that? But again, it comes to me, guys, that you're dealing with a travel professional. And if I want the best deal in travel, I'm going to call Columbus Travel in Bountiful. Every week on Columbus Travel, we send out a hot travel deal update. It's a one-page summary of the screaming travel deals when prices just tank. I mean, low prices.
go someplace with him.
Now.
Well, not him.
Yeah, but
You know what we're
have
saying.
him do it, yes.
Right.
ColumbusVacations.com, ColumbusVacations.com.
All right, so coming up, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Todd, what about goats? What about yoga?
We were thinking about goats and yoga.
You are now. It's coming up next.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning stream is actually available anytime at GephartDaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
All right, noisy neighbors.
We've all had them. Remember the kid across the street who would put his big boom bass speakers out on his Volkswagen? And the weird thing is that he would be blaring. It wasn't like rap. He would be blaring like Chicago. It was,
What's
all
wrong
the
with Chicago?
At 50,000 decibels, there's a lot wrong with Chicago. But
Well,
let's not start.
The person who has the worst taste in music always has the loudest stereo. It's kind
Hands
of a
down.
rule. Or if they yell across, what music do you hate? And that's what you hear. They're mean. But mostly like neighbors who were like upstairs, downstairs. We had a, well, I can't talk about that one. There's a lot of screaming. But we've had guys sound like they're throwing a drum set down a cement staircase like that, or putting armor on and jumping off their couch. Or barking.
When I lived in Virginia, there was the people who lived upstairs had a church group who would come over every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday
And they practice.
for Bible study
Right.
and then singing, which is sort of sweet. You're like, oh, hymns. But when it's like over your head all night,
Right.
wow, that reverberated
Yeah,
for
that
you
was
guys.
really
Sorry,
loud. Sorry, guys, in there
Yeah.
in the sound room. No problem.
Sorry.
Why don't we just do a mic drop at this point? I lived when I lived in Virginia. I lived next to a Baptist church, and so they bring all their instruments in like 9 o'clock in the morning.
See, I love the Baptist
they would
because
just
it's a
go.
show. It is a show.
They
It's
just
so much
went
fun.
crazy, and after a while, you go, okay, that's good. That's pretty fun. Well, this guy in Taiwan evidently went and talked to them really nicely. Listen,
Please, I gotta sleep.
if you could, your kids and stuff, and they're I gotta work, and they didn't listen. They didn't listen week after week, and finally he had enough. And he went out and bought one of these. Take a peek at this. And I bet you don't even know what it is. What is that?
I have no idea.
That's a shaker.
A shaker, what does it do? Is it like for separating things like aggregate or
think of like
dirt
the
and
paint,
pebbles or something?
like the paint shaker at
Oh,
Home
yeah,
Depot.
yeah.
All right,
Okay.
now think of your spin cycle on your washing machine times 400.
Okay.
So what he did is he took this and he bolted it to the concrete ceiling.
Oh no.
And he turned it on. So it's like da 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 da, and then he left for the weekend.
Oh, that's pure evil. Oh my gosh.
They called the landlord, no answer. They called the police. They had no.
They're like, there's nothing we can do. It's not illegal.
You know what? That's that kind of noise.
That is incredibly satisfying.
That kind of noise where it walks your clothes washer across the room.
Yeah, you lose the fillings in your teeth. That is incredibly
What
satisfying.
a great story.
No, that's incredibly satisfying. I know that sounds awful, but it's true.
He says it was driving them crazy. I wonder if it worked. Or maybe they just murdered him when he got home.
It's entirely possible.
I have to tell you, there is all these crazes come along. You know, juicing and cleansing and the hot rock massage thing. And they put it on your back. I just want to know who's still using these fatty things now that they started a year ago, or do you just keep changing with what's new?
You know, oh yeah, remember the coconut oil craze? It'll make your teeth whiter.
Right.
It's going to cure cancer. Yeah.
It all starts off with...
I still buy coconut oil, though. I love it.
Because we're hippies.
It starts small, like, oh, it'll moisturize your skin.
And then it's curing cancer.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because,
you
know, but you've been mocking yoga, but you have to remember the evolution of yoga has been over thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years.
Sure.
And so the one time I did try Birkham yoga, which is the hot yoga.
The what?
Birkham yoga.
Birkham.
It's basically it's 112 degrees.
So
I had this.
Still don't wait. They turn the temperature in the room up and 110 degrees, and you do yoga in it.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's supposed to like cleanse you. All of the impurities are coming out of your pores, and all of the anxiety and the bad juju and everything is releasing from you.
What does that room smell like?
Well, the really sad part is you know how spectacularly uncoordinated I am, and so the teacher came over trying to help me, and she slipped on a pool of sweat in front of me, and she landed on her butt. And I think I am the first person who was invited to not come back to yoga ever.
Really? Because it's such a Zen thing.
She goes, maybe there's something else that you can find that might be more special for you.
And there is. It's goat yoga. Look at this. I don't get it.
That's adorable. Because his little hooves are on her, and he's walking up and down, and he's a precious.
They do these in groups indoors.
What do the goats do?
The goats do that. They climb on you. Because goats are natural. Goats are natural climbers.
Yeah.
So one will jump off, another one will jump on.
That is hysterical.
And
oh my gosh.
But it's like you don't get to play with them, and they feel ignored. So what's the point?
Look how cute they are. I know, because if they're climbing, they're like, Mom, 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 look at me. Oh, they're adorable.
I'm going to create right now, as we speak.
I want a yoga goat.
I'm going to create something right now.
Okay.
This is the new fad. And because goats, well, if the goats are good for you, how about something a little more aggressive? How about like this, the running with the bulls? How wonderful would you feel afterwards if you lived?
Are you looking at the guy who's laying down, face down with his hands over his head?
Yeah, it's really worked for him.
I'm not sure that's really a powerful anti-detoxifier.
I think it's awesome. You charge people. You charge them like $2,000. You fly them to
chase them you across the pasture and back.
You get them the white outfit and the red bandana. It should be the other way around though, because the belt should be white because the blood covers. And then you say good luck and enjoy your run, and then you climb out of the way and off they go.
You're gonna detoxify it. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, something will come out of your body. That's for sure.
Yeah, like your intestine.
All right,
What's wrong with you?
So earlier in the show, we had a slideshow of the pictures you sent us on Facebook.
Thank you so much, by the way. Please stop by Todd and Erin Facebook page, or you can also go to Gephardt Daily or Gephardt Approved if you want to take a look. But we love to get your picture submissions and your videos.
So I think we're going to do thematic ones. So I think one with boating is kind of going to be coming up, and everybody's got funny pictures of that. So anyway, Cindy sent this in, and I don't know why. She has both of these animals in her house, but
it's oddly mesmerizing.
We should say goodbye at this point, And thanks for watching us. Go to our Facebook pages. Where else can you see everything else?
And don't forget, you can catch us any time of the day or night, GephardtDaily.com, also the Todd and Erin YouTube channel, on SoundCloud if you'd like to catch us there, or on Facebook at Gephardt Approved, Gephardt Daily, or the Todd and Erin pages. Thank you so much for listening, and please share on Facebook if you would.
All right, now here's Cindy. She sent it in with a goat and a rabbit.
It's oddly compelling.
Go play, Snowy. Go to the banks. Yeah. Oh, and have fun. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Aren't you having fun? Hi, Snowball. Hi, sweetie. Say hi. Hi, everybody. Oh, we're so silly.